there is a big concern right now that Charles Oliveira might miss weight or at the very least have a very bad weight cut because Charles Oliveira has been seemingly draining himself for the past few days, guys, which is never a good thing when, you're going into a fight. Weight cutting is dangerous enough. You have to do it very specifically. Normally, we see fighters do it the night before. They don't want to be dehydrated for a long period of time. That's where you can get very sick, go to the hospital, get injured. It looks like we know that as of Wednesday, 2 days before weigh-ins, Charles Oliveira is already dehydrating himself, going into sauna, sweating, and it is bad. We're not seeing Charles Oliveira, full, just getting a light sweat. No, we're seeing literally, he's looking like he wants to die. So I want to talk about how bad this weight cut is and how it could affect the fight. How could it affect his performance? Can he even make weight, guys? You guys probably know already if he made weight, but I don't as of right now. I assume he will, but there's a good chance he doesn't. And if Arman fights him, I don't know. That is a very tough fight for Ilia, I think. But we're also going to see the difference between Ilia Topuria at lightweight and featherweight, and I'm also going to give my prediction. But I want to give a shout out to Cloudbet. You guys know that is the best crypto casino. It's also just a regular casino sports betting site. I think it's one of the best for combat sports. We're going to use it later on to predict a UFC 317. But I want to show you guys what Charles Oliveira has been up to because, guys, it is not good. So this is the first thing that we have of Charles Oliveira, okay, guys? And this is him surrounded by his team at Shootout Box, right? And he is cutting weight already. There's a towel, and this was, I believe, Wednesday night, I believe it says. Now, this one was actually on Thursday, but there were ones from Wednesday night that I am going to show you guys, but this was, I think this might have been even before the press conference. And doing all this, going to a press conference, that is extremely, draining. Like, imagine, like, you're going all the way to another location. You got to kind of put on a performance, put on this tough guy bravado. You got to go face off with somebody and, not look like a bitch out there. So you're going to have more energy. You're going to have to answer a lot of questions to interact with fans. It's very draining. And honestly, I'm worried for Charles. This isn't looking good. And if Charles goes in there, like, with a bad weight cut and his chin's affected and Ilia Topuria hits hard, this could be a career-ending fight for Charles. If this weight cut is going to go really bad. I know you guys probably think of being a downer, but I want to move on, guys, because there was this other interaction between Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria. We're going to watch it. And there's been some speculation about this video, but this shows Charles Oliveira once again kind of, putting on a sweat. Also, Ilia Topuria, but still, I want to break this down and let's actually take a look. So here we see them both into the sauna, okay? We see Charles, he's right now has a sweater on right now, and this isn't the first time we're going to see him sweat. There is a time where he literally needs to hold his hands team. That is the next thing we're going to see, but a lot of respect between him and Ilia, but some have speculated maybe this is just fake. Maybe he's here trying to just test his grip, trying to test his reach here, and I don't know. I can see it. It's war at the end of the day, and Charles Oliveira, he wants to beat his opponent just as much as anybody else, but at the same time, I think he's just being respectful. And this is what I think was most concerning about this whole thing. All right, Charles Oliveira posts this, or someone posted this. I don't think it was Charles himself, but someone posted this online, or this came out, and it's Charles Oliveira putting on I'm just gonna go play it, guys. Let's just take a look. I'm not gonna even just prep you guys. Charles, look, struggling. Look at him, guys. He is going through it, bro. Like, this is not something, this is Wednesday night before the press conference. He has another day of this. Seriously, look, and the thing that's concerning about this too is Charles Oliveira, we've seen him miss weight before. He missed weight a couple years ago when he was going to fight Justin Gaethje. So this is someone that, has struggled before making 155. So it's not like unreasonable to say maybe, he came into this fight a little injured. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's just overweight or whatever, and it might miss weight. And I think what's even bigger is, could we see Ilia versus Arman? I don't know. I still would rather see the Charles fight, honestly, because I just think that's a really cool fight. But Arman would be, deserving because he actually could make the weight. So, and look, he's just has the hand up, and yeah, he's surrounded by a whole bunch of people. He needs a bunch of support. I can only imagine right now, guys, it is Thursday night right now when I'm recording this. I don't know what Charles is probably like really struggling. I hope that this fight happens. I hope that there isn't a situation where, there is a weight miss. But I want to talk a little bit about this fight because obviously I was disappointed we didn't get to see the Ilia Islam fight, but I still am happy with this fight. I think this fight is fun. I think that it's going to be a short fight. I think it's probably going to end in the first round, and it's going to be both these guys coming forward. Both these guys, I think, are super confident that they could beat the other. Ilia Topuria is undefeated and has beaten back to back, some of the greatest featherweights. And Charles Oliveira, I mean, he's been doubted in like pretty much every fight and still comes up on top, still knocks people out, still submits them. So I think that, in Charles's mind, he's like, look, this is just another person coming up that everybody's saying, oh, is going to beat me, and I'm just going to shock them. And Charles has every right to think that because he's literally proven that. I mean, he's literally outperformed, I think, every single fight there's been. And I mean, I think that the questions about if Ilia Topuria is going to be too small for lightweight, I think the question has been answered, guys, because we have the pictures of this fight week versus the fight week that he fought, I think, Volkanovski this is from. All right, right here, guys, we have Ilia Topuria from, I believe, UFC 298 and Ilia Topuria from this fight week at 155. And I've seen some people say that there isn't much of a difference. I think there quite clearly is a bit of a difference. If you look especially at the side, I mean, I feel like, yeah, you can see he's a little bit more full. A lot of people pointed out, so I saw someone point this out and I was like, yeah, this is very accurate. His shoulders are a lot bigger at 155. And we're gonna actually look at a face-off. Let's just actually take a look at this. This is between him and Charles. Let's back this up. You could pretty much see no difference. They look about the same. It's all respect. I just have to prove I'm the best. Yes, for our family, Charles says. Ilia says, of course. Ilia says, I don't know. This is going too fast, but you guys could read this. Sorry, I didn't want it to be you. Ilia says he wanted it to be, obviously, Islam. Charles says, don't worry. Ilia says, of course. Charles says, bless you. And yeah, I mean, all peace and love. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, guys, I know this sounds like, a cop-out answer, but Jetty, these are two of my favorite fighters. You guys know I'll always be honest. I literally was kind of torn out who I'm rooting for. I think I'm leaning towards more Oliveira, but I don't know. I also think Ilia needs this win more. Charles has been there, done that. Ilia, this is his moment to become double champ. I think Ilia has way more on the line, way more to gain than Charles. If Charles wins it, yes, it's a big deal, but in the long run, what does it really do for his legacy? I don't know. I don't really think much, because some will probably say maybe Ilia just wasn't ready for 155. Maybe Ilia wasn't as good as everyone thought. Like I said, I've gone back and forth in my prediction. I think whoever's going to win, it's going to be in the first round. I think they're going to meet in the middle, and it could be by submission, could be by knockout. But here is who I bet, guys. I want to once again thank the people at Cloudbet for sponsoring this segment. Yes, guys, it's time for me to put my money where my mouth is with Cloudbet. We're going to go on Cloudbet, place yet another bet, as we've done for the past few pay-per-views. I have said many times before that Cloudbet is one of the best websites to bet on combat sports with, because you could see the records. It has all the information on the past fights. All right, guys, let's start with the co-main event, guys. We have Alexandra Pantoja, who has been on an absolute roll as of late. As you guys could see, his last loss was in 2020 to Askar Askarov, guys. So a very long time ago. And Kai Kara-France, who, look, he has been on and off. His last fight against Steve Erceg, nobody really expected him to, I think, win that way in the first round. I am going to go with Pantoja, guys. Pantoja is just on another level, and I think Kai Kara-France, he is really just bringing a name in this fight. I don't think he is bringing the skills that could beat Pantoja, guys. Maybe this is a hot take, but I doubt it. I think, it looks like that Pantoja is the favorite, but I'm going to say by submission. And for the main event, guys, we have El Matador versus Charles Du Bronx Oliveira, guys. Now, I have said multiple times, I love both these guys, and I don't have many favorite fighters. Like, I'm not just trying to play it safe here. I would be 1,000% honest, guys. No, I actually do really like both these guys, and I always usually root for these guys when they fight, especially Charles Oliveira, I love. And I'm a bit conflicted who I want to win in this fight, because I think Ilia Topuria needs to win more than Charles. Charles has done that. He's been the champ. He's had those highs in his career. But Ilia Topuria, I think, is going to knock out Charles Oliveira. I think Oliveira, we've seen him get dropped in pretty much every fight. Topuria looks like, I mean, he hits with just such confidence, such power. I'm going to go by knockout, which is a very popular opinion. I mean, you never know. Submission too. Topuria does have good submissions, and Charles, he's been submitted by guys like Anthony Pettis. So, we've seen him get caught before. Click the link down below if you guys want to join Cloudbet, because they'll know that I sent you, and you guys will get special offers. I mean, there is crazy rewards deals. Like I said, this is a great site, and I love the odds. I love the setup. I love the layout. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you guys think is going to win UFC 317? Do you guys got Charles Oliveira or Ilia Topuria? I want to thank Cloudbet for sponsoring this video and sponsoring this prediction. You guys are the best fan base in MMA. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.